Hey everybody, you know me, Paul with Washington Pro Carpet Cleaning. Hope everyone's doing well. There's my $39 wagon, fold-up wagon from Walmart. It's carrying my Koblenz 3/4 inch horsepower floor machine and the tools I need for today's job. I'm actually doing several units here today. I'm going down in the basement, or they call it the basement, but it's just the lower level. And I'm going to be doing a few units. We'll take a look at maybe one or two of them. But this buggy's been a lifesaver. My goodness. I can utilize it to put pretty much everything I need for these type of accounts in there. I am using the pump-up sprayer. My battery died at the job just before this, and I left the backup battery plugged in my workshop at home. So no problem, back to basics. And these hallways, you can look back, my wife and I did these. It's been a while, but I did them with, I believe, the awesome end cap and the simple end cap. And look at that, they still look incredible. And I mean, there's a lot of traffic in here, dogs and everything. So hats off to those products. And here, the maids are in here working behind me, but I'm going to get started. I'm using a scrubbing pad, the Mighty Pad. It's a little bit big for this, but it moves a lot easier over the surface of this style carpet. Cleans really good, gets in those little squares. Machine works incredible. And this video I actually did after my lunch break. So you're gonna see me abruptly stop and put down the machine and run out the door for a moment. I had eaten at a place up on Bainbridge Island that I'd never eaten at before, and oh my goodness, something, I don't mean to be gross, here we go. Something went right through me. I got the bubble gut, and I'm like, oh my gosh, here I am in this unit. They're usually empty, but the maid was in the bathroom cleaning, so I was like, oh man, I gotta hurry up and go and then get back and finish work. So anyway, I am back. I hope nobody takes that the wrong way or think of it as gross. I mean, it happens. I had like a teriyaki type something, but it was unusual. It had two forms of onions. I think it had green onions and purple onions in there. And it was really good, but oh my gosh, I don't know what else was in it, but something disagreed with me for a moment there. Again, you could see these hallways. Man, I'll have to show my wife the video, and she could see how well maintained these are. I don't know why it looks like I'm dragging one side of my body here. Anyway, this is the unit I'm gonna work on upstairs. I did the basement, then I'm on level 2 now. This one hasn't been cleaned. And now part of my original contract with these folks is that I clean them after the maids are done. And I wipe up behind myself, or if they need the wood floors polished, I do that. So the rooms are supposed to be vacuumed, so I do not load my vacuum. Sometimes I do. But there's a lot of debris in here. So I carry a broom just in case there's like drywall. Maybe the painter was in there and there's drywall, but this is a lot more than I think what the broom can handle. I'm going to try and get some of it out, and then I'll clean it, and then you'll see what happens here. We'll just dig out tons of hair, which means it was not vacuumed, which is fine. I'll go out to my vehicle, bring my commercial vacuum in, and post vacuum. This stuff dries incredibly fast. And they have been changing the carpets in this particular condominiums unit. This was the original carpet that they use. It's a nice carpet, but when they laid it, it has some kind of a foam backing, and so they did not glue it down. And I can imagine if you steam clean this, oh my gosh, it would bubble up galore. But I've shown it in previous videos. The first time I did this account, the guy called me up and he was like, oh my gosh. I think I did like 6 units the first time, and all of the carpet just bubbled up everywhere. And I had forgotten to tell them. I didn't know they were going to look at it right after, but over the years you learn certain things. You know, the first time it happened to me, I think I was in a dental office or something. I did the carpet. The guy called me back. Within a couple hours, I went back there and I thought, oh my gosh, what happened? I ruined the carpets. And that was steam cleaning. And all it is the heat and the humidity causes the carpet to expand, the backing. And you'll get these bubbles and lines, and it'll eventually go away. I'll show you when I come back to vacuum this unit, you'll see that it bubbled up exactly like I'm saying. It looks so scary, but it's not. So if you're new to the business and you do this type of commercial grade carpet that is, it's not the squares, it's full sheets of this carpet that has that material, the foam rubber padding on the back or whatever. And by not gluing it down, you'll get expansion. Especially, you know, I'm in the state of Washington, up on the highest corner tip, almost, almost off the map to Canada. But the humidity here is outrageous sometimes, and that will work along with the heat in the pre-spray, and the friction and heat from the machine can cause that as well. Yeah, I'm happy to be using my Koblenz today. I have a guy that's been working with me, and he's been taking this unit and using my SUV and doing some of the smaller jobs for me during the busy season. I'm getting him trained because it's not as busy right now, but as soon as spring, you get your spring cleaners. Everyone starts doing spring cleaning. Then when the summer comes in, the weather's nicer. I get so booked that I need somebody trained and ready to go so that he can go out and handle a lot of my new business that I get from word of mouth referral and whatnot. And then I have a lot of repeat customers that are on an annual maintenance program. And all that means, it's not a complicated program, is if the customer's happy. When I first did them, I asked them if they would like, if they're happy with the results, I would, love to put them on a maintenance program based on their situation. Maybe they only need it once a year. It's just a husband, wife, and a child, one dog. Then I'll put them on the 1-year maintenance program, which means I basically just put your name down on my schedule a year out. I do put an asterisk mark in front of their name. That way when I pull up that month, at the beginning of the month, I look for all the asterisks and I go through the first day of the month and I start calling to remind them and make sure that it's still a good time, nobody's sick, no hospital appointments. And I would say now it's been about an 80% where I have to 80% keep the appointment, 20% I have to reschedule later in the month or the following month based on the situation that may have occurred over the year. But that's a good way to build up your clientele. I'm not too worried about getting reviews. There's so many companies that do bogus reviews and people know it. So I would rather ask them, if you're completely happy, could I put you on a maintenance program? I'll be your regular carpet guy. most people like it. I've developed relationships over the years that way. But anyway, it keeps me booked. I can open the next month and I already have, maybe 30 or 40% of my month booked up. That guarantees, a new carpet cleaner over the years. It guarantees you can pay your bills. And then whatever else you do, Google Ads, Craigslist, or door-to-door flyers, or Nextdoor, whatever other advertising you do, you're not on a wing and a prayer hoping to get work. That just fills the additional spots. That's the extra gravy, and that's the way to go. So this pad is, like I said, it's larger than, this is a 13-inch pad driver. It's meant for a 13-inch pad, and this is probably at least a 15 or maybe a 17-inch pad, but no worries, it's working fine. Gotta love that rotary action though. Okay, so now this is where I went and got the vacuum. I'm on floor number 3. I had to go all the way down 3 flights back out to the front of the building to get the vacuum. And the people that run this establishment are fantastic, so I really don't mind. I know stuff happens. They're trying to do what they call their turnover. They have a painter come out. They have a sequence that they do. It includes me. I'm usually last, and that's cleaning the carpets. And then, of course, I wipe up behind myself and keep the place clean so they don't have to worry about that. Or from time to time, the wood floors, sometimes people will use Mop and Glow and crap like that on the floors, and I will pretty much just use a general floor cleaner and then a white polishing pad with my Auric, and just buff it all so it's shiny. It probably takes the first layer of poly off the wood floors. They're engineered wood floors, or not the first poly, but the Mop and Glow or the crap that people use. If it gets real bad, I can strip it, but so far I haven't had to do that. Most people are told not to use anything on it other than a general cleaner. And that was something that I was able to tell these folks when they first started renting these out. But look at those bubbles. Imagine being a customer and coming home to that. Oh my gosh. Trust me, in about an hour, you won't even see that. It'll be flat again, exactly how we saw it. But you could see here, look at all this. This is human hair, which is really strange. And sometimes long hair or Asian people, and I mean, no, I don't intend, no racism or whatever they call it. I'm not pointing anyone out. Just over the years, I have seen that Asian women, they have beautiful hair, but it's really long and they comb it a lot, and you get long strands of hair that does the same thing dog hair does. It weaves into the lower area of the carpet. Sometimes it breaks apart. Sometimes it stays in full length, like you could see in here. And so it'll come up from the agitation. much better. It'll dry flat, everything. Everyone will be happy. They won't even know that it had any hair or any bubbles in it. They probably won't be in it until tomorrow morning, and it'll dry even lighter. So there you go. Hope somebody got a little information about this style of carpet, and it prevents you from freaking out. So there you go. I look forward to seeing you in my next episode.